All right. Well, I'm going to go on to the next 5 things. We talked about this last week, and then my Friday focus this week was the 5 things that you control in your business. And the let's see, the next 5 are the number of times a day you proactively ask for business and ask for referrals. You control that. That's something that you can control. You control how consistently you record every action that you take in your CRM and how consistently you complete your assigned daily tasks in your CRM so that you can make sure you capture every business opportunity. Not like that agent that, lost a deal from March 11th, right? Odds are nobody recorded the next activity. And so there was no follow-up and they were looking for the layup deal, but then, the guy bought a house. And so you control how consistent you are with that activity. And it's usually one of the things that new people really struggle with at first is that they don't record all their activity. They're just going and they're running and gunning, right? They're busy. You've got to get that discipline down. And then you've got to make sure that you're just a beast about clearing those tasks on a daily basis. The 8th thing is that you control the quality and the completeness of every loan file that you put together, along with the expectations that you set and the communication that you have during the transaction to all the stakeholders. You control that because that maximizes all of your repeat and referral business and improves your productivity dramatically because you're not having to go back and do something over that you could have done more thoroughly to begin with. Usually the biggest bane of a loan officer's existence is for those of you that have been through the perfect loan process training, Tim Brahim said it best, is like, you're running a race here, and your job is to do your job and then hand the baton off so that the next person can do their job. And if you don't do your job right, the next person's not going to be able to do their job right. And then you're going to have to go back and do it. And that's what happens on a file that's been poorly put together or poor expectations were set, that kind of thing. So that's what's really important. So the 9th thing is how diligent you are in learning to master all the tools and the skills of your trade. A lot of people don't, and I heard this really well. Jacqueline said this because Jacqueline just signed up for that American Dream TV program. And she had a great conversation with Renee Rodriguez about it yesterday because he asked her, like, well, is this a good idea or not? And his response was, I'm going to talk to you like you're my best friend's daughter, okay? She goes, please. And he goes, if you buy a hammer at Home Depot, you know what you need that hammer for, and you know what that hammer can do. And so it was like, yeah, I need a hammer. But if you just come home and you set that hammer on a table and you walk away and you don't ever fucking hammer anything with it, it was a waste of money. And isn't that how so many freaking tools of the mortgage trade are, right? People sign up for shit. What was it? What's his name? Curtis Helton had freaking a mortgage coach subscription for 6 years and had never used it. It's like, why would you fucking cancel the damn? You should cancel the subscription at least. But like, people don't do that. And the people who do are the people who leverage. And that's called leveraging your tools. So you control that. So that's technology, that's loan programs and guidelines, that's presentation tools, and the materials that you have at your disposal. The better that you can master their use and leverage them, the more production that you're going to do. You control that, right? You all have that ability. That's not out of your control. And then the 10th thing, and this was Giuseppe's, which was a really good one. He came because I shared this with a couple of people and I was like, give me your feedback on this. And that was how much you study and rehearse the conversations that you have with your clients and your referral partners to maximize your success and your conversion ratios. You control that. And, to your point, we've had, there's about 4 or 5 of us that are doing a Friday. We're doing some scripting and role-playing training, and it's been really useful. And Dean's got a script down now, and these other guys are using it that is easily overcoming the objection that the realtor has, like, nah, I'm good. And it's just about it's about practicing and rehearsing and getting better at it. It's just learning and applying skill and practicing and then going back to the drawing board and keep going. But you control that. And the people who don't are the people that don't bother working on it that hard. So that's it. Those are numbers 6 through 10. Anybody have any questions or feedback on those? Love to hear your thoughts.
Love that last one.
Thank you. Well, it was yours. So good job. That was the best. Anybody else? Right on. All right. Well, guys, go back to work. Let's have a great, just to FYI, I know it's been a little slow. We've only got 13 new applications through the 9th yesterday. So it isn't like everybody's setting the world on fire. There's a little bit of a pause here. Not that unusual. I think right after the first part of spring, it's usually temporary. So just keep making the calls. Keep having the conversations. The things you control those. All right, everybody, let's have a great rest of your Friday. I'll see you on the call at noon.